Well, Alyssa, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your story. I've loved getting to know you over the past couple months. And I'm so excited for other people to hear your journey, your wisdom. Like, I cannot wait. So before we kick everything off, why don't you just share who's Alyssa?
Awesome. So basically, I am almost 24 years old. So we're like the same age.
Yes.
I currently work at Central with you. I'm a new position called the New Beginnings Coordinator, and basically I help assist with first-time guest coordinating with Elaine, who's our first-time guest director, and then also through baptisms with Eddie, who's our baptism director. And then the main chunk of it is taking on all events, so helping with celebrity buzz events, Easter, Christmas, Fall Festival, all that stuff will be my project. So it's a ton of fun. I love it. I absolutely love my team. So that's kind of what I do. I'm a graduate of UNLV, broadcast journalism randomly, not doing anything with that. And I'm pretty much Disney obsessed. Yes. So I don't know if you got that by my Mickey tattoo or not or what. So I'm officially an annual pass holder. Excited about that.
It's a place where dreams come true.
It is where dreams come true. And then also I'm married to Tyler, who I've been with for this year makes 10 years, and we're almost approaching our 1-year wedding anniversary.
Oh my goodness, that is incredible.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday we were celebrating your wedding. Can't believe it's a year.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's kind of, I guess, a quick snapshot of me.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. And I know you've shared some of your journeys, so I'm pumped to talk about that. But let's say another woman was just sitting here having coffee with us, and you're trying to encourage her on her journey of becoming who God made her to be. What would you say?
Gosh, just the biggest thing I had to learn in this past year. I mean, since about April of 2014, so really the last year.
Wow.
It's just that we need to be open to God's plan. And I know that sounds extremely cliche, and that's like the Christian thing to say, but it's so serious that it's almost scary sometimes.
Yeah.
And just being willing to know that God does have a plan for you, and it's not always your plan, or sometimes not always what you think His plan is for you. And to really know what that plan is, and to take it little by little, and to walk by faith, and to see a little bit given at a time. That's, I think, what it means in just learning who you are and what your life is and what your plans are to further the kingdom.
That's huge. And some like backstory, it definitely would have been over a year ago now. You and I had just moved here, and we were like, hey, let's get coffee. We go to this coffee shop locally, and you're sharing your journey of what you were living. And everything you just said that you would share with another woman, I've seen you actually live. Do you mind maybe sharing some of the story of why that's the advice you would give?
Yeah, so again, it was basically a year. I think I'm about 3 weeks shy from my year of kind of when everything just exploded. So I guess fast forward 12 months ago, month of April, I'm working 3 jobs. I'm a full-time student. I'm planning this huge wedding. I'm involved in several ministries at church. Gosh, I feel like I'm missing some stuff, but I was too busy.
Yeah.
I was way too packed. I had a bunch of stuff going on. Kind of as the month of April went by, I graduated college, you know, the wedding's coming together, all this good stuff. I quit one of the jobs. One of the other jobs went on hold for summer. And it's 2 weeks before the wedding. We just signed our lease for our first apartment. We're moving out of our house for the first time, you know, independent living. And they told me that basically I was being laid off from my dream job. They were eliminating my position. I didn't do anything wrong. That it was on good terms and everything for me personally. But yeah, they completely eliminated my position. I had no say about it. And basically, again, this is 2 weeks before the wedding.
Oh my goodness.
I'm about to live on my own,
It's like a nightmare.
living this new married life. And I didn't know what to do, because this was the dream job I wanted since I was 11 years old.
Oh my goodness.
I was celebrating about 2.5 years there. And so it really just catastrophically ruined my world.
Yeah.
So I thought. So I kind of, you know, had to journey those 2 weeks, and had to get excited about the marriage and everything like that. And you know, that was an awesome transition now that I look back on it. And I kind of made a vow once we got back from the honeymoon and all that stuff that, you know what, God clearly did this to me because He has something huge planned for my life. There's no way He did what He did at the time that He did it if it was some measly next step. He had some big plan just ready to go for me, and said, you know what, I'm not going to job search, I'm not going to fill out any applications, I'm not going to make any phone calls, I'm not going to have people putting in my name or my resume. I'm going to sit back, I'm going to enjoy these next however long it's going to be, months, days, weeks, I didn't know what it was going to be. I literally had nothing on my calendar because all 3 of my jobs were done. I was done with college, I had the wedding, like everything that I was doing was done. Nothing on my calendar. And it was about 5 months and I completely enjoyed it. I really found who I was again. I was able to relax, I was able to renew myself. And then eventually in the fall, I basically was handed this position. And I mean, I can't really put it into words how it even happened, but the right people were watching me do the right things apparently, and I mean physically like handed me this opportunity, and to the point where it wasn't even a position. We created the position because they just wanted to bring me in.
Wow.
And that just was like, you know what? All right, God, this is what you have in store. And then the plot twist to it too was 2 months before that, I was offered my job back practically at Make-A-Wish.
Oh my gosh.
Full-time, an incredible salary.
Oh my goodness.
And I actually turned it down. And I couldn't believe I was like turning it down and saying no. And who would have known that 2 months later that this was going to happen. So that was a crazy journey.
Yeah.
Crazy journey.
Absolutely. The thing that I really, really love about your story and with what you just shared was you literally lived and you're living like the becoming journey, exactly what you would share to another woman. Having your hands open, trusting God, and being open to whatever it is that He has planned. And sometimes that's even better than whatever we think our dreams are. And that's one thing I've loved, just you're living it, and that's really cool. And I would love if we're still sitting with that woman, you're still giving your advice, what are tangible things that she could do to continue on the journey?
I think the biggest thing is just having that discernment. When it was about 3 or 4 months into the journey and I was sitting down with one of my good friends who is now a higher up working there, and she said, you know, come on back, like we'll highly consider your application. It's full time, it's an incredible salary. I mean, I really can't even say at 24 years old to make something like that, doing my dream job.
Yeah.
But I knew God wouldn't have taken it away from me when He took it away from me, to just go right back to it and to have the worldly wants of just, oh, that's my dream job, that's a great salary, that's full time. It would have been something that was more comforting to me. So to have that discernment of saying, I don't think this is quite it, even though I thought for half my life that this was it. And it seemed so good at the time too. Just like I said, having that discernment of being able to say no, because I don't know what it is, but I don't know, or I do know that God's plan is more than this. It's something bigger and better. No clue what it is, no hints. I didn't have a lead on anything, nothing. And I had that discernment because I had been in prayer, I had been in quiet time, and God just really prompted my heart to say no and to keep going. So discernment is just the biggest thing, and I think, like I said, the way that you figure that out is your quiet times with God, your prayer, and just that open line of communication with God. And just really the biggest thing I was looking for was conversations that I was having with people, and certain things that people would say or not say, or certain things that interested me. And you'll laugh at me because I've never told you this, but I actually had it prompted in my mind that my next job was going to be casual dress because I was sick of office wear, and it was going to involve coordinating of some kind. And a couple days ago, I walked into church with a backwards hat, a t-shirt, jeans, and flip-flops, and I was coordinating, Mother's Day coming up. And so it's just funny how God gave me that prompt, and I'm like, how funny, what could this mean? But it was really little hints like that really led me to this and showed me, okay, this is what I have planned for you.
That's incredible. That's really good advice to grip onto. I love that. Thanks for sharing.